kind of look at each other and go like, holy shit, did we do that?
Tell me what you remember.
We won the war. Help me go home.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Guys.
Thank
An
you.
absolute triumph of practical filmmaking. I was sat there right bang in the middle of an IMAX, and I felt like Malcolm McDowell in A Clockwork Orange when he has his eyes flooding into me.
It's a lot.
But in a good way.
Yeah.
It sounded like an Odyssey just to make this, though. Like 6 countries, lots of different locations, wet beaches and rough seas and real caves and castles and everything. Was there ever a moment you guys kind of yearned for a green screen at all?
No, that was the joy of it, was that it was incredibly ambitious, and so we all knew what we were doing and knew what Chris's ambition was, and it just took hundreds and hundreds of people to make it happen. So the feeling was really one of elation. Like when you would get to the end of a week, you kind of look at each other and go like, holy shit, did we do that? And week after week, it started to dawn on us, like, first of all, that we were going to be able to finish this thing in IMAX, which we didn't know when we started because nobody had ever tried to do it. So technically it was super challenging, and that was the fun.
Yeah, but to be right in the middle of one of those cinemas, it's an unbelievable experience to have
really
that
is.
kind of
Yeah.
just flooding into your brain. Christopher Nolan said about your casting, Matt, that he wanted someone not just to kind of go along with him on this journey, but also to help him lead it. Did you feel that kind of responsibility in that role?
I think I felt that responsibility, just as I'm sure Annie did too. Like, just these are such iconic characters in Western literature. To be the people who are playing them, that's a lot, and it just helped me that Chris cast me, because had this been my idea, I think I would have been nervous the entire time. But the fact that he saw me as the person he wanted it actually helped me a lot.
Who's looking after your wife and son?
Do you see?
My dad is coming home. Bringing vengeance.
Bringing it all.
You've both worked with him a few times now, I think like 3 times maybe each. What do you think drives Christopher Nolan to make such challenging, difficult films? That little thing in his brain which makes him take the rough path.
I think he loves the art form. I think he loves cinema, and he wants to push, and he wants to do what's possible. And I think he also loves his audience in a way that every single decision he's making with the audience in mind, and what that experience is going to be for them. And he's just pushing against what's possible, and it's just the coolest thing to be around. I feel like he's at the absolute height of his ability right now, and he's still young enough to fulfill it. He's just got endless energy, and the people who work with him, you really get a feeling. It's a palpable feeling that every single person wants to be there. Everyone's excited to be there, and because this is what we love to do too, and he's the guy doing it at that level.
And finally, an incredible story to be telling. It's a story that touches on themes of kind of purpose and responsibility, identity, how we change, and it did make me wonder how you guys navigate the pressures in your kind of lives as actors to continually evolve without turning into somebody you don't recognise in a way. Do you need something that grounds you when you go on these incredible adventures?
I don't know that it's necessarily because I'm an actor. It's just how I want to live my life as a person. I think we're all trying to figure out that thing about how do you pursue opportunities that'll change you and make you more of yourself, as opposed to make you turn into someone else. When we were talking about Chris before, I was thinking, one of the things that defines Chris is his integrity. And so I think that's, and you see somebody live their whole life according to that integrity. And I just can't, when you were saying I just couldn't help think about the fact that Chris saw an IMAX film when he was 16 years old and had the idea, I want to make a whole movie like that. And it's taken him this long to not just develop as a filmmaker, but also to push the art form to that place where it was possible. He has a hand in developing the camera that allowed us to shoot intimate scenes, which has never been done before. And so, I don't know, when I think about somebody like Chris who's doing things like that, I'm not so worried about falling away from myself. I just kind of am like, okay, what is it that I want to achieve, and who do I want to be when I get there? And that kind of keeps me straight. Also, I've got kids, and it'll just.
That's the easy answer.
I mean, they'll just, that's
They'll
the
ground
truth.
you.
I was trying to give something
Yeah.
else besides just kind of like, they don't care. The kids don't care.
No, but that
What you
just
accomplished that
made me
day.
think as you were talking that if you're really doing what you love and if you're really living out your purpose, it makes you more of who you are, and that doesn't take you away from who you are.
Well, we love what you guys do, and this is a perfect culmination, I think, of a lot of you guys at the Peak of Your Powers. So, congratulations, and enjoy the ride. I guess the impact this is going to have on people over the next few months.
Thank you. And this is going to sound like, but trust me, enjoy the sleepless nights because they do end, and you will miss them, believe it or not. I know it doesn't feel like that right now.
Right now, I'm pretty sure they'll end with my untimely death.
I know.
And
You're going to make it. You're going to make it. I promise you.
I hope you get a nap.